doing something different. Hello. I am live again, here to answer all of your softball questions, all of your just hitting questions, mental game questions, whatever. I hope that whatever questions that you have, you bring to the table, go ahead, drop them in the comments. If you have them, even if you're looking at this later, because there's going to be a live recording, drop your questions in the comments and I will do my best to get to every single one of them today. So hello, welcome to the conversation. All right, I got some questions dropped. This is the first question that I got on Instagram. Like I said, anybody can ask me questions. Okay, first question that I got, I'm getting thumbs up that you can hear me, is how to stop rolling over. Great question. It's a question that I get every week at least. There are multiple drills to help you with this. If you're rolling over, you've probably created a pattern where your body just instinctively gets to contact and rolls over right away. Ideally, as hitters, we don't want to just get to contact and come off. So basically, we're shortening the amount of time that our barrel is in the zone. So rolling over would basically tell me that you're probably rolling over and shortening the amount of time that your barrel is in the zone. And like any hitting coach could tell you, you want your barrel path, your bat path to be in the zone as long as possible. Okay. You can still get base hits if we roll over early, but I know we want more of like the BBs to center field, or the ones that go over the fence, or the ones that smash into the fence and make that defense run far. But basically, if you're rolling over a little early, here's a tip that I have for you. First and foremost, I need you, whoever this is that I'm speaking to be able to stop at contact on a dime, okay? I've actually done a hitting progression series on the upper body, and I did this on my YouTube channel. So if you want this in like further detail than how I'm describing it, and if you want to actually see it done, I recommend going to my YouTube channel. It's Ashley Workout Training. And I want you to just check out I have a lower half progression and upper half progression. Actually, it might be a core progression technically, but I've done 2 progressions. It's one of those. But it's where you stop on a dime and you want to check your posture. So basically, when you're at contact, we don't want to be too far back into our back legs. We want to have our weight evenly distributed in our legs, our heads over our back knee. Some people, especially pitchers, they call that a stacked position. That same position is what we want to be in when we are hitting, especially at contact, because we're in a stable position. So if you're in a stable position here, and let's say somebody were to, and this is obviously not something that could happen in a game, but if they are to pull your barrel, you shouldn't be able to move. You should be locked in, especially in your core and your upper body. So that itself, and being palm up, palm down at contact, that's not rolling over, right? Rolling over is when our thumbs face the ceiling, which every single hitter, most hitters, they all get to that position eventually, but the key is you don't want your thumbs to go to the air until after you've made contact and you've finished through the ball, right? So high pitches, we've gone through it, then we can kind of roll over and finish, right? But we want that ball to be able to be like out of the infield before we roll over, and that's an exaggeration, but we definitely don't want to get to contact and then roll over right away, because we just took off like, I'm not really good at like how far things go, but we probably just took off at least 50 feet of our hit, if not 100, just simply because we rolled over right after contact. So we want to be able to get to contact and then extend through it before we come off. So the hitting progression that I'm talking to you guys about, that you can find on my YouTube channel, is stop at contact, get really good at being fast, and then almost go into a tree trunk. Rachel Folden, who was on the podcast recently, talked deeply about this. And she talked about, you almost want to think like you're a really fast car, like a Ferrari, and you want to go as fast as you can to contact, but then pretend like you're holding an axe and there's a tree in front of you that you're trying to hit, right? We can't hit it very hard if we're leaning forward and we're in line with that tree trunk. No, we want to be able to be as fast as we can and get to that contact point and be super strong and stable. So being able to be really good at that, palm up, palm down, and get good at that movement, that would be the first step that I would take from not rolling over. The next thing is I would spend some time making sure that you can get to not just contact, but then beyond, still palm up, palm down, in what's called an extension, okay? Some people call it a power V because it looks like a V with their arms, but that extension should not be happening prematurely. It should not be happening at contact. a lot of young players that I work with, they think that contact is your arms are extended at contact, but in reality, we want to be bent at contact and then push to extension after contact. Then we roll over, okay? If you're rolling over too soon, that tells me that you're at extension too early, but we want to be at extension towards the middle. So if you, my audience right here, are my pitcher, I want to be bent with my elbows at contact and then extend, push through, and then come off. So get really good at being fast to contact, work on drills. I have a drill on my YouTube channel called Pop to Contact. My college coach taught me that. And then after that, pop to point or extension, you can also find my YouTube channel. Get there fast. You still should be palm up, palm down, and extension. And then pair those with some regular swings. And you should see yourself being in the zone longer with your barrel, hitting the ball harder and further, and stopping the rollover. So that was my cute little version of having to stop, or how to stop rolling over. By the way, there's a face with, like when someone's cussing because they're like pissed off, like that's kind of like the emoji that was given. So obviously it's very frustrating when you're rolling over a lot, but I hope that progression can really help you. Actually, I know it can really help you. I've used it with like all of my athletes. But that's my suggestion for you if you're rolling over. Also, like I said, go to my YouTube channel. I've done an upper body progression as well for hitters. So if you just tap and join that, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm uploading stuff almost weekly on there. A lot of podcast stuff, but a lot of drill work. So that's my recommendation. Go crush it and let me know how it goes for you. All right. Let's see what other questions we have. I'm not seeing anything come up on Facebook. I know some people are here though on Facebook. Hi guys. If you guys are writing comments, actually, if you're here on Facebook, can you give me a thumbs up just so I can see if there are comments being available? Facebook sometimes is kind of not ideal. Adam's here, Martine is here, sorry. Sam, what's up? FC 5842580. Hi. Great. It looks like we have another question, and it's about hitting. You guys love your hitting questions. This is why I love to talk about hitting on the podcast. We recently did two episodes with Rachel Folded, all about hitting. My buddy Chris Vasami's been on talking about hitting. I've done some solo episodes about hitting. Last week, I dropped my 5 favorite hitting tools that I just can't go without, that molded me into the hitter that I am today. So if you head to the link in my bio and click on When the Cleats Come Off, you can listen to those episodes all about hitting to help you out. Totally putting in my plug, but I hope and I know that they can bring you value. Okay, Martine asked this question. He's coming in from Mexico, by the way. If you guys want to tell me where you're from, I'll give you a shout out. What's up, Eric? Any drill or advice to stop your back shoulder from going up, messing up your form during your swing? Okay, Martine, I'm going to give you a brief answer to this question, and then I'm going to recommend you go to last week's episode because I was asked the same question. A lot of times back shoulder sometimes will dip at contact, and here's the deal. When you're going at a low pitch, yeah, your angle is probably going to be a little bit steeper as you're trying to create a straight path to and through the ball. But that's something that's very common, and if you're going for a high pitch, obviously the steeper we are with our shoulders, the more likely that ball is going to go up into the air. Because as our shoulder goes down, so does our barrel. So, to fix your back shoulder, the best advice that I've ever been given, and now I give to my athletes, is focusing on a strong core. Because if you're extending your core, aka like reaching back and kind of arching your back, that's like an extended core. That means it's not flexed, it's not strong, right? It's actually very vulnerable, which is why a lot of people get back injuries, and we don't have to go that far into it. But a strong core would be, when you do like some sort of a crunch or you're flexing. We don't want to like obviously bend over too far, but somewhere where, and you guys can try this out with me, nobody's watching, nobody can see you, but almost like holding your breath, but like flexing every single muscle in your core and almost being able to like, I know some of us have some nice little fat around our core, but like being able to like say, okay, this is strong and sturdy, like this spot right here, this is where we want to be. at contact. And when we are strong with our core at contact, sorry, I'm kind of missing Facebook's head right now, but when we're strong with our core at contact, our shoulders kind of follow into place. But if we're extended at contact, our shoulders are going to do like anything. So simply working on a strong core, and I've probably never given this advice before, is very crucial to being able to make sure that we are at a good place at contact. If you want to drill, what I will do with you is send you over to, again, my YouTube channel, Ashley Burkhart Training, but go and look at the slow to go drill, okay? It's not anything fancy. It's honestly like a 2-second drill. Just play it on repeat and then look at the, I left like comments underneath on like how to perform this, but I can give you like a little Cliff Notes version. But basically, you're gonna go to contact. So let's say my T is right here. Let's see if this could work. My T is right here. Obviously line it up with my front foot because you always want the ball out in front of your eyes as you're making contact. But simply working on going very slow to that contact point, and from that contact point, coming back while leaving your legs strong and sturdy with where they are. So if we need to talk about it again, your legs, your head should be over your back knee in a stacked position. Your weight should be in the center of your body. A lot of weight's on your back